Mate, it's the Toombul reunion. It's been 10 years coming, Gerboy, and they're probably going to rip this place down, so why not get it rolling on a Saturday afternoon and have a few beers in a row. Should be a good one.
Do you remember way back then? Do you remember way back when? Back in the days and the games we used to play, I remember. Yeah. Do you remember way back then? Do you remember way back when? Back in the days and the games we used to play, I remember. Yeah. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2, yo, it just don't stop. But yo, my first skate rap out of a piece of plywood in the cinder block. After school, used to paddle down to the public pool. Stare at the ladies and just stroke. The terrace on my first kitty, fall out of a bikini. Went home that night and I played with my weenie, straight chillin' in front of the liquor store, asking people to buy me beer before they walk through the door. Steadily stealing weed out of my parents' dresser drawer. Even stole my next door neighbor's car. Sold it for parts and bought a guitar. And even though I never learned to play, man, I still remember it today. Do you remember way back then? Do you remember way back when? Back in the days and the games we used to play, I remember. Yeah. Do you remember way back then? Do you remember way back when? Back in the days and the games we used to play, I remember. Yeah.
Well, let me take you back to like back in the day when I was a kid coming up around the age of 13, hanging out down the arcade, trying to get laid, playing video games, skateboarding in the rain. The 16 came, got my license trouble. Stop the beat for sec, this the D to the double. Up 17 to 19, drinking and driving, but I never got in trouble. Always kept it in a pocket. Picked up the microphone and started to rock it. The chronic hit the scene, the light left me green, the sticky and you, we the homie Big B and the DLOC. Do you remember?
Do you remember way back then? Do you remember way back when? Back in the days and the games we used to play, I remember. Yeah. Do you remember way back then? Do you remember way back when? Back in the days and the games we used to play, I remember. Yeah. Check it out. Just a little punk, all snotty nose, hanging out with my bros, sticking in the shows. Ditching school just to be cold, drink 2 beers and act a fool. Trying to convince my parents I was responsible, swearing that I was invincible. I had it all figured out, man. My parents didn't know what the hell they were talking about. I thought money grew on trees, success would come with ease. I could get whatever I wanted if I just said please. Man, back then I lived so carefree, but now that I'm a little bit older, I got the pressures of the world on my shoulder. Way back then, do you remember way back when? Back in the days and the games we used to play, I remember. Yeah. Do you remember way back then? Do you remember way back when? Back in the days and the games we used to play, I remember. Yeah. It's all just a memory. Now it's all just a memory. Let me hear ya. Now it's all just a memory. Now it's all just a memory.